Hello guys, and welcome to another exciting video from eMotion. In this video today, we'll tell you everything we know so far about the all-new 2022 Lucid Air First Drive. But before we do, make sure you stay tuned with us until the end, because it's gonna get very exciting. That said, let's begin. While several conventional luxury manufacturers introduce electric vehicles with promises of improved range, charging, and performance in the coming years, Lucid is introducing its brand new Air First Drive, and it's already outperforming Tesla and other EV giants. The 2022 Lucid Air, which went into production last week, has an EPA range of up to 520 miles, an output of up to 1,111 horsepower, a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of 2.5 seconds, and a quarter-mile speed of under 9.9 seconds in the Dream Edition performance version that was tested. The 112 kilowatt-hour battery pack can recover up to 20 miles per minute or 300 miles in 20 minutes when connected to a 350 kilowatt DC fast charge connection. Based on a brief test drive last week, we can confirm that it is as swift as it claims to be, supercar quick not only on American freeways but well beyond. But it's not simply a numbers game, as we've all seen in EV acceleration videos on YouTube. For a car that starts at $169,000 in its Dream Edition, it had to entice consumers in other ways as well. The mission has been completed. Lucid has created a real driver's car based on the amazing engineering put into significantly reducing the propulsion system and focusing on efficiency. That was the biggest surprise after less than 30 minutes of actual driving time divided between us and a driving buddy, plus roughly an hour in and around the car. Some of the natural sensations of driving delight are not denied by the Air. From the chassis to the interface, Lucid has been focused on refining the entire car as it is on optimizing the power and energy components to achieve the magic figures. And it's obvious. Leading-edge aero. The Lucid Air boasts one of the lowest drag coefficients in the market at 0.21, and yet, being a sedan, it lacks the telltale camback shape or the appearance of having sacrificed proportions for aero. That's a huge win for Lucid VP Derek Jenkins, who also designed the current ND generation Mazda MX-5 Miata and contributed to the Mazda CX-9, which made Mazda's crossovers appear more unified. Although the Air appears to be a chameleon in photos, it has a presence unlike any other car in person. The thin, wide themes that apply to the nose and inside the dash seem aircraft-inspired and emphasize the car's low and wide appearance, with the strong rear pillar, together with the French curve aches in front of it and surrounding the rear window, create a distinctive trademark. With dimensions of 195.9 inches long, 76.3 inches wide, and 55.5 inches high, with a wheelbase of 116.5 inches, the Lucid Air is nearly identical to the Tesla Model S in most important measurements, with the exception of height, which is 1.4 inches shorter. The sole exception to the impression that the Air seems more roomier inside than the Model S, especially in the rear, is the back seat, which forces some people to duck their heads while getting in. The trunk is roomy, and there's a movable cover that may hide a deep well in the back. For bigger things, you may fold the split rear seat backs forward or use the pass-through. There's also a frunk, not just a tiny bit of a place for a purse, but what's said to be the largest frunk of any electric vehicle. The figures will be released soon. More room for passengers thanks to reduced drive components. All of the essential electric drive components have been downsized because of Lucid's continuous engineering strategy. The astonishingly little motors aren't much bigger than motors I've seen in far less powerful hybrid system. With their gearbox and inverter, they're beautifully packed. When you first take to the Air, it's difficult not to be distracted by what's above you. Only the rear view mirror module and sunshades interrupt the optional glass canopy roof, which stretches from the base of the windshield to a crossmember behind the heads of the passengers in the front seat. Although we observe some pavement patter at the rear wheels in the backseat, the choice of soft, porous materials elsewhere in the interior balances out the sound quality and atmosphere for all the glass above. If you're enjoying the Air 21 speaker immersive audio with Dolby Atmos, you might not notice. The infotainment system supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and voice controls are available with an Amazon Alexa native installation. Our test car's front seats offered lots of support and adjustability, as well as built-in massaging and cooling for all-day comfort. More recline and lengthy leg rests are available as an optional executive rear seating package similar to what you'd find on a first-class aircraft seat. If you're interested in other fascinating things about Lucid Motors, then make sure to check out our video on Lucid Wunderbox takes fast charging to the next level. You can go check this out after the video. Tuned for both the driver and passengers. However, you'll want to be the one behind the wheel. The front suspension of the Air is a 5-link strut with an integral link system in the rear. The 5-link system, one of the Air's late-stage technical modifications, works in tandem with the mechanically changeable steering rack to provide an analog answer to the propulsion's digital overload. The arrangement successfully eliminates torque steer and improves predictability, with weight transfer being consistent whether regenerative or foundation braking is used. The Air does not have air suspension like the Model S. All 4 wheels have solenoid-controlled semi-active dampers. According to Zach Walker, engineering manager for chassis mechanical, the hysteresis, or lag, from an air spring configuration would have meant too many concessions in the damping, affecting ride and handling. In straight-ahead driving, it oozes charisma and ease. We found the Air's ride and handling to be isolating yet clean and responsive, with a certain playfulness in the way its 5,050 pounds move from front to rear. We're looking forward to putting this model on the track. The Air can torque vector during regen and uses all 4 wheels for regenerative braking, so it gets the most out of it given the road conditions. Lucid, like Tesla, dislikes the concept of brake blending. When you apply the brakes, you're using the pads. When you let go of the accelerator, you're in regen. It's as basic as that, and Lucid believes it makes everything more predictable and easier to tweak. Pirelli tires, which were created in collaboration with Lucid for the Air, have a high load rating and were designed for traction, low rolling resistance, and minimal rolling noise. Party tricks aren't covered by modes, they're just preferences. Lucid adjusts the available power from the propulsion system, accelerator responsiveness, steering boost, and suspension stiffness and behavior through 3 drive modes: Smooth, Swift, and Sprint. For each of these drive models, regenerative braking is available in 2 levels, providing 0.12G or 0.3G of resistance. You may also choose to have the car roll or hold after a stop, as well as switch on or off idle creep. Drive modes are also separated from stability control, and there's a mode that turns off the stability systems but keeps rear-wheel torque vectoring. You won't find a launch mode, a drift mode, or a track mode on the course. You'll need to be in Swift mode with more than half a battery charge to obtain the best launch timings, and the system will conduct some anticipatory preconditioning. Lucid, like Tesla, will deliver regular over-the-air upgrades that may include performance, efficiency, and range improvements. Clarity is provided via interfaces. The Air's screen interfaces, which are fast and lag-free, feel like they bridge the gap between Tesla's Simplicity and Mercedes' Hyperscreen, Benz's, which takes up the whole dashboard. Overall, they're beautiful, with clear typefaces and light letters on a dark backdrop, and an important information is placed at the top. A physical gear selector is included. Just as in a Mercedes-Benz, you pull the shift lever down to engage drive, up to enter reverse, and press in to engage park. Drive modes, charging, selecting navigation designations, and other in-depth options that you might only require when parked are located in a pilot panel that retracts into the dash when you wish them to. Dream Drive, Lucid's limited hands-free driver assist system, is also available on the Air with features like Navigate and Autopilot in the works. Up to 32 sensors are included, including camera, radar, and ultrasonic sensors, as well as LiDAR. It notifies the driver to take control after 15 seconds of hands-free driving, but it also trains a camera on the driver and allows for a longer time of hands-free driving as long as the driver remains attentive. The specifics are still being worked out. Never mind the fact that there are just 2 motors and 1,111 horsepower. CEO Peter Rawlinson is thrilled with anticipation for a tri-motor model that will arrive in about a year. We're looking forward to spending more time in the Air. There was never any question that Rawlinson and his team would create one of the fastest and most efficient electric vehicles ever. The fact that it's such a good entrance as a premium sedan and driver's car surprised us. That's a really positive indicator for a company with enormous aspirations and additional models in the works. What are your thoughts on the all-new Lucid Air? Let us know in the comments below. And thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more such exciting content. See you in the next one.